Hey everybody, this is Elsrath, and welcome back to Diablo 2 Hardcore. Yeah, we're doing the hardcore approach here. We're actually trying to go do Radamant first, and then we'll probably go back and take care of Bloodraven just because it's going to be there. And it's just a quest to do, I guess, but at the same time, I'm not really that bothered by not doing it. It's just, we're doing hardcore for the first time on the channel, so I might as well stick with it. And this is probably not going to be the right way. I will check, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, I don't think it is. I think this is leading us back into the normal sewer, so we'll go back to the beginning and go back over to the right, which should be the right way. Because, you know, the right is the right way. And yes, I am going to be chugging mana potions a bit more now. Hopefully, once we get to Nightmare, I will be able to get all the stuff I need to make a... spirit too, but an insight for the mercenary. Insight is priority number 1 for mercenary. That will right now we did get an F for malice for him from farming Countess on stream. So we got it on the very last run I was going to do. I was going to cut it off at 18, and we just happened to get it right whenever we got to 18. So it was like it was meant to be. Kind of actually surprised at how many of these Sand Raiders we're getting. So let's go ahead and get these back up, and we'll just cut down the Burning Dead archers with normal attacks. They're going to be doing a little bit of damage to me, but we have bone armor for a reason. Save ourselves some stress. Bone armor is super useful, by the way. Oh, and we have Confuse now that we're level 18, so guess what we're going to do? We're going to confuse some enemies. Makes it a little bit easier to fight them, because they'll just fight whatever's closest. Doesn't matter if it's friend or foe. It's enemy to them. See, that will actually fight them. Those guys will start shooting each other as soon as they reset their AI, which makes life about 1,000,000 times easier for me. It's more effective than even Bone Spear, honestly. Because they just turn around and they just decimate each other. It's wonderful. Whenever it's just 1 or 2, I can let Mercenary handle that. And the range guys are really prone to it, so that's going to be kind of nice. I am sort of wanting the... Oh, those guys are... Yeah, we need to make sure we keep Confused on them so they're fighting each other. With Prayer, he's a little bit less prone to these poison boys as well. So I do want to keep my mana up, so let's go ahead and drink that one, and we'll fill our belt back up. And if you're wondering, yes, we did get a blue belt from Farah, shopping-wise. I keep forgetting. I have to tell what happened in between. Because we're not showing everything that's in between during the streams. Just to make things a little bit more sane on you guys. Because I will be doing a lot more grinding on this. Because it is hardcore. Which will drive some people nuts. Crystal Sword. Absolutely useless from normal difficulty. And I kind of knew he was going to do that. Just wander in there and be like, I want to die. We didn't get the waypoint, unfortunately, but we'll be okay. I wanted the waypoint for shopping. I didn't want it for, like, safety's sake, because guess what? We're on hardcore. It don't matter. So, Skill Shrine. Let's go ahead and grab that. That's going to give us a slightly larger area for the Confuse. Yay, 5.3 yards. They're just murdering each other for us. And yes, we do get experience for it. So they will just shoot each other. And we will be okay. And yes, it will work on Radamant's minions. So that's going to be handy as well. We don't have to worry about them being a problem because they'll be fighting each other. So let's see. This is probably... Oh, that's an XP shrine. Definitely going to take that. Let them kill each other off. And theoretically, we could just, like, confuse and run. And make it easier for them to target each other. Because the way Confuse works, I'm going to try to explain this as poorly as possible. No, I'm going to actually try to explain it. Basically, Confuse puts everything on its own team. So it views everything else as an enemy. Now, what happens is it only starts affecting their choice of actions after their actions refresh. So if they're in the middle of an action, it's not going to immediately cause them to change it. Or if they are pursuing something for just a split second, you're going to see that they continue running towards it. And then they stop and go, oh yeah, reassess target. And they'll target the nearest thing. So that is how that kind of works. They basically become unfactioned and everything is an enemy. Whereas Attract basically just makes one of them kind of like that. So refilling Shrine 4, sure. Let's go find ourselves a Radamant so we can confuse all his friends. Confusion is my power. I am an illusionist. I am not a necromancer. There you guys go. Fight the boss for me. And that should be, 10-second duration on it, so they are going to get some fighting in there. And it should just about expire. Bonk. There's another one. There's another one on you guys. And just refresh it whenever you drop. Get close to that 10-second thing. And there is teleportation ones. Yeah, we just literally just nuked everything by having them fight each other. You can see we're getting okay experience through all this too. So mana potion, yes. Rejuvenation potion, yes. Crystal sword, God, no. And I think we're good. Just need to find horrors. The horrors of the underground are my essential friends. I do need to be a little bit more conservative on my resources so I can actually have mana potions if we finally get to the end of here. But I think we'll be fine for now. So I'm thinking Radamant's just going to literally be right by the stairs over here. I think he's going to be like right there. So they're going to fight a bunch of these little cat things. The cat things are actually not bad to deal with. Generally speaking, the only ones of the cat things that are any kind of trouble are going to be the poison ones that hurl poison potions at you. And this is going to be Radamant right here. Isn't it? Nope, it's another experience shrine. Sweet, I'll take it. Yoink. Grand Charms. I will pick them up this early. Chances are they're not going to have anything good on them, but we can try. Yeah, 5 poison damage. Not really worth it. But I generally will pick them up and identify them right away. In case they're resistances or something like that, small charms, grand charms, everything like that are going to be semi-useful to me. So, wait a minute. Oh, I see. I should have gone down. Down. Yeah. Wow. Is it raining still, or is that... I cannot tell what that noise is. I think it's still raining. Okay, so you guys get to be crazy. You guys get to be crazy. Just confusing them and having them fight each other is just generally going to be what I'm going to do right now. Especially since we don't have Mercenary bugged. He's just going to have to be doing whatever we need him to do at any given moment. Rather than dealing with the swarm of enemies that keep getting moved around. So get confused on as many of these guys as possible. And they will just keep fighting each other. And this is good for us, because that means that, yeah, bad things will happen to them. And as Mercenary works his way down here, it should be a little bit better. We live again! No, you don't. You're still dead. I don't care if you think you live again. And Radamant, I will just spear you. Because that's going to kill everything around you. And a rare kite shield. We are looking for a 3-socket kite shield, actually, but that's because we can make a... Who's your whatchamacallit? We can make ourselves... Crap, I'm forgetting what it is. Ancient's Pledge, there we go. Because we have so many Rawl runes from the runs. So that... cold resistant dexterity, I think we're better off... If you're wondering, this is the amulet we got from Andariel. Very good amulet. So get rid of that. And double check if we have a 3-socket. We do not. We do not have 3-socket goodness. No. I actually really do want 3-socket stuff. So it's going to be like, painful and a half. Until we get to there. But that extra skill point will be nice. So tree-wise, what do we actually want to put it in? Well, we can't put it in any of our level 18 skills, so I guess Bone Wall. That gives us, boosts us up over 100 bone armor. That boosts us up to the point where we don't have to worry about this being bad damage or anything like that. 29 to 44 damage this early, pretty dang good. So let's go outside. Oh yeah, we need to talk to you. That's going to get us a 10% discount. It's whatever, but still. So get those filled up. We'll go ahead and grab... we'll grab actually a handful more mana potions because we are going to be casting Confuse a lot. And I don't think we have any wands that we particularly want. I'm just looking real quick just to make sure. Because there's not much that can beat 15% resist all this early. I mean, that Golem Mastery one wouldn't have been bad, but it's not going to give us really big benefits. And we do want to start getting some waypoints outside of here so we can do proper farming. So get them confused, and they'll just murder each other. Especially on players 1, they're good at murdering each other. And let them just give us free experience, basically. Bonk, there you go. And yes, we will confuse all kinds of things just by running past it. Drop it out, let it do its thing. And it lasts 10 seconds, I believe. Yeah, and I don't think it goes up with levels. No, it does. It does go up with levels, so we can actually get really long-ass confuses. I just never remember which ones go up with levels and which ones just do radius. So there's some more bodies. We do want to kill you, which is relatively easy to do with the bone. A Necro, able to cast for days, almost quite literally. Especially once you get the Insight Mercenary. Because that meditation is priceless. Okay, how are we looking? Not too great on the mana potions. We're going to try to conserve a little bit. And you can see the Slinger's able to target me. That's because, well, Confuse just makes them think everything's an enemy, not think you're a friend or anything like that. All things are enemies, not just my enemies. My enemies' enemies are my enemies. Does that make me my own worst enemy? Yes. You always are your own worst enemy. That is how things go in Albuquerque. And my headphones do keep fighting me, though. Keep feeling the tickle on my arm. It disturbs me so. So let's go and grab you. Let's get some more Confuse going. Why? Because we can. And I forget. I think that just extends the length of it. And yeah, there is a boss mob in there. So hopefully they will target their daddy. Will you target the daddy issues? Yes, you did. Thank you. And unfortunately, those are ethereal. Now, in some mods, they're actually set it up so that ethereal items, if you craft with them, like upgrade them or things like that, they stay ethereal. Or if you use them for like certain kind of crafting recipes, they stay ethereal, which is really kind of nice. I do like that as a change. So confuse you. And yeah, we are pretty much using Confuse as our main offensive tool. There you go. More Confuse for you boys. Or gals. Fight all the crows. And yeah, we don't even have to deal with the bosses. They will fight their own bosses. Because guess what? They're enemies too. It's just that, yeah, they're going to get their butt whooped if they go one-on-one. So the question is, do I want to just... Oh, we lost our golem. No! There's a golem back. And there's a pain for all of you. Yeah, I just don't want to deal with most of them. I want them to give me free experience and just be gone. Now, as we start getting higher levels and get more points, well, more plus skills, this will actually become a really useful one-point wonder. I don't recommend investing a lot of points into it. But I do recommend getting the plus skills and making it one of your kind of main curses, especially early on. So let's see. I'm going to grab this. Get all of you confused. There you go. That's enough confusion to get us a little bit of experience. I want to get 19 or 20 today, if at all possible. I'm not really wanting it for any particular reason. It's just I want to get it to get the skill points and stuff. For me, I'm going to be investing pretty much almost entirely into Bone Spear. Just so we can actually have, you know, good, nice things. So we can have nice things. There we go. It's a good way to phrase it. The reason we can't have nice things because you confuse everybody. Okay. We do want to get the waypoint here. Just to give us that first waypoint. We should get it before we get the cave, unless it's like located right next to it. Because I'm pretty sure the cave spawns kind of near the edge of the map. There's only so much edge of map left. There's all the confused they could ever want. And all the confused I could ever want. And yes, they are completely just slaughtering each other. That's one thing I do like about Players 1 is Confuse is still semi-useful. And more on Players 8, you're going to be running into issues of the enemies are a little bit... They grow a little bit tankier than they grow offensive. So you're going to end up just getting to the situation where they just are going to sit there whacking on each other, and you have to actually do the real damage. They're giving each other's painful hugs. There's our waypoint. Now all we need is... Yeah, it is literally right next to it. Yep, that's fine. But yeah, Halls of the Dead is the most important thing for us to get today, because that's going to get us our cube, which will let us start crafting things up, let us start doing maybe some other fun kind of grinding, maybe crafting... Well, we won't get to perfect gems yet, but it'll get us crafting up a little bit. I don't even care that I got poisoned. I just got 3 mana potions. And a healing potion to make up for it. So let's go with... Ow! Yeah, you guys get to fight each other. I don't see anything useful in here, so have fun. We'll see you guys later. They should still give me experience even if I'm wandering away. So let's see. All of you can fight each other. And I forget what causes them to reset their attack pattern. Because some of these will keep attacking us even after we've confused them for like 2 or 3 swings even. But that's because their AI hasn't done a refresh check thingy. There's those. There's those. And this is going to be the stairs down? Yep. I can already tell you, as soon as I see this one be the long hallway in between the T's, it's going to be the right way for us. So Volge... It's not going to be 4 socket, but hey, is it better than this? I always forget. I don't think so. I want a 4 socket pole arm, but we won't be able to get those until... Well, we can technically get them from cows, but generally the rule of thumb is just go to Nightmare and farm for it there. Act 1 Nightmare especially is good for that kind of stuff, that is. So get them focusing on each other before we end up having to even like have them go aggro on us. So let's see. Where is the revival boy? The revival, there he is. And whenever he's confused, he won't actually try to revive the things. At least it doesn't ever feel like he is. So anything good from you? Mana potions. I will take them. I need them, unfortunately, to maintain my addiction to being confusing and intentionally obtuse. There you go. Kill them for me. That's one trick that I need to remember to use more often on my other necromancers is to actually confuse those, because they're actually kind of hard to deal with a bone necromancer in hell difficulty. But I always forget that I can just confuse them and they'll just fight each other. And it's fine. I don't know why I forget that with them in particular, but... Like, I don't forget it with the zombies whenever I'm doing those guys. I'll just confuse them and move past. But, yeah. And while poison is fun, it's not really something that we're going to be particularly good with early on, especially untwinked, because it does require reasonably good gear to actually break through the poison resists of enemies. And yes, we are popping these open because we can. So mana potion, yes sirree. And we're actually almost level 19. I'll be very welcome. And that's our waypoint. Cute. Not that we're ever going to use this again, but it's cute. This area, not too good for trying to bug mercenaries. Otherwise, I'd be like, yay. The reason why it's not good for trying to bug mercenaries, well, except for like the Act 2 mercenary, is that there isn't a good like hook area. There's a couple that you could do it in, but Act 1 jail, the most reliable one for everything except for the Act 2 mercenary. And then the Act 2 mercenary, it's super reliable to go after them in the... what you'll call it. The inner cloister. There we go. I can use words just incorrectly. And yes, you see he's attacking me even though he's confused. That's because I'm the only valid target near him. So... and they'll just keep punching each other, and we'll just take out Mr. Hollow One over here. Lovely. I do love having the... where are you? The prayer on him, because it keeps him from getting quite as chewed up by things. Like poison and stuff like that, not as big of a threat to him. That's one nice thing about normal difficulty. Oh, 14% enhanced damage. That'd be actually kind of good if we had it in like armor or something for him and we actually had decent damage weapon. Because the plus % damage, if you put it into like your armor or your helmet, is treated as an off weapon % enhanced damage. So basically it's treated as essentially that would be treated as essentially a level in might. So it works out pretty good. So which way is the best way? Probably not the way that we end up going every single time. Last direction, every direction. So as far as what we want to keep leveling up, Bone Spear, it does keep going up in cost, but you can see the damage goes up significantly thanks to our points and other things. Any bonus points we get are going to be going into Bone Wall and Bone Prison. And unless we, well, I don't think we'll hit 30 by Act 4. We might. If we hit 30 by Act 4, we'll end up putting it into Bone Spirit, because these are going to be our 2 tools, and these are going to be our support things. Although, honestly, I don't really use Bone Spirit much anymore. Ever since it lost the ability to shoot around corners, it's just kind of like, it makes the argument between Bone Spear and Bone Spirit kind of pointless. Because Bone Spear can do almost as much damage with about the same amount of risk. And it can shoot through enemies, unlike Bone Spirit, which has to guide onto enemies, so you got to be good at clicking, and I'm just not that great at clicking anymore, unfortunately. My reflexes have dulled. I've gotten into the age, not even the age of Aquarius, just the age. My body, it's getting old, damn it. My brain is too. I go to sleep before it's dark out, but that's more just bad sleep habits than anything. So... yay! And that is what we're looking for there. Let's go ahead and drop some Confuses out in there. And just keep dropping them in there and get as many Confuses going so we can actually protect Mercenary a little bit. There you go. That's great. It's Tony the Tiger levels of murder. And there's our cube. We have successfully obtained the cube. We must get back to the Stargate now and escape. But no, we've got that. Let's go ahead and get this organized a little bit, because it's going to drive me nuts otherwise. It's going to drive me nuts. Like the steering wheel on that weird ship. I always forget what the build-up to that driving me nuts joke is. Now we have the cube. We can actually make something nice, which if we get a 3-socket kite shield, I will be so freaking happy. You've got quite a treasure there in that Horadric cube. Yeah, it's probably the most useful thing in the entire game. Huzzah! We need a little more strength, but... Brawl. Ort. Tall. Ta-da! Ancient's Pledge. We need level 21 for it, but still, that's not a bad thing. We just instantly gave ourselves a high resist shield that is way better than pretty much anything we're going to find this early. So, yeah, that's pretty dang nice. But on that note, for those of you on YouTube, keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzrath, and for those of you guys here on Twitch, we are continuing on.